We here at the Eldonzo and D's show would like to publicly apologize for not being here last week. And to make it up to you, we were going to have Jason Aldean here live in studio performing his new song, Try That in a Small Town. But instead, he's too busy dealing with all these pansy woke mother...
Hey! Coming at you from the Skyhammer studio here on Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. This is the Eldonzo and D Show. I'm Eldonzo.
I am D's.
And we are coming back from a 2-week hiatus that we had going on, aren't we, D's?
Yes, we are.
We have a lot of news to cover. We have a lot of news from 2 weeks ago we got to go through. We got to recap. Some jokes just write themselves. We're going to get into that. But first, we want to give a shout-out to our sponsor for the show, EnviroSeal. If you have sunken concrete slabs, patios, driveways, even maybe sidewalks, I think they could do that too. But if you have sunken concrete slabs and you need them pumped up, pump up the slabs, pump them up. Give those guys a call, EnviroSeal, at 309-275-6303. You know the best thing about this is those slabs will be ready to use the day they pump them up. They use a polyurethane foam, spray foam insulation, and they shoot it up under the slabs, get them leveled out, ready to use the same day. So give those guys a call, 309-275-6303 for EnviroSeal. Do you know what else they do, D's?
I bet you're going to tell me.
I bet I'm going to tell you. They also do residential and commercial spray foam insulation. So if you need insulation or slabs jacked up, give those guys a call. All right, so like I said, we've got a lot of news to get to. First of all, I want to ask D something. How's your past 2 weeks been? It's been a while since we've been together. What's been going on, man?
Pretty uneventful. Dealing with the good old state agencies to figure this insurance thing out before my heart finally explodes, and that's pretty much it.
Motley Crue wrote a song about that called "Kickstart My Heart."
Yeah,
So-
that's where I'm at right now.
Hopefully, we can still kick you in the heart if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I had another. Today's probably the best day, but it's the whole episode again. Started up on Sunday with the whatever they're called, the palpitations, or I can't remember, PVCs I think they're called. But today I feel good. I think I'm going to be around at least another week or two.
Awesome. That's outstanding. A week or two may be too long for me, but, you know, what the hell?
Well,
who cares? I'm going to have to deal with you for some point in time. I would like to let you know that we had the reason that we missed the show is we had the Female Friday Fun Day float on the Mackinac River, okay, yearly. It was done on July 14th. That's why we had to skip the show. We did that for prostate cancer research. And these gals get out there, and I've talked about this previously on the show. They go and they float to raise money for prostate cancer research. And this year, we have let me preface this. We have a team called the Wiener Slingers. We go down on the sandbar on the Mackinac River, and we cook hot dogs for all the women. We provide free drinks, and we take donations. And this year, we had the El Banditos Yankee Tequila tent down there. They're giving away free margaritas for all the chicks.
Oh, wow.
It was a good time. We cooked our buns off, but we ended up raising about $3,000 total in addition to what they raised.
Yeah,
I think they came out,
specified that's just what you guys raised.
that's just what the Wiener Slingers and El Banditos Yankee Tequila raised for the Prostate Cancer Research Foundation. I think that's out of Chicago. So we had a pretty good run. We had a pretty good turnout for that. And I'm very happy with it and very proud of it because Eldonzo said this before, prostate cancer runs in my family. I'll probably be getting my bum looked at again here pretty soon. So anything I can do for myself. And I want to give a big shout out to all the ladies that volunteered for the Female Friday Fun Day float on July 14th. So it was a good turnout. Thanks, gals. Now, we've got something that broke, what was it, a week ago?
Sunday.
It was Sunday. This is the Donald Trump thing, and I'm going to read this for you. This is off of Truth Social. Donald Trump. Wow. On Sunday night, while I was with my family, having just arrived from the Turning Point event in Florida, which Kevin Ferris was at, where I won the straw poll against all other Republican candidates with 85.7%, with all polls showing me leading in the Republican primary by very substantial numbers, almost everyone predicting that I will be Republican nominee for president, and as I am leading Democrat Joe Biden in the polls by a lot, horrifying news for our country was given to me by my attorneys. It goes on. Deranged Jack Smith, the prosecutor with Joe Biden's DOJ, sent a letter, again, it was Sunday night, stating that I am a target of the January 6th grand jury investigation and giving me a very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment. Now, before I go into this, Dees, I want your take on this.
Well, I mean, I don't want to speculate too much until we actually see the indictment, but it's if they actually have some kind of evidence that we haven't heard about that makes this a plausible thing, then they're probably going to nail him to the wall.
I think,
and if they do have anything on it, then he's done. Because of the 14th Amendment, you cannot hold office or run for office if you have had any part of a insurrection. It's in the Constitution, and this is their coup de grace. This is what they're
this
throwing.
is their Hail Mary that they can make this stick.
Yeah. You know, everything else, whether it be the hush money payments and, you know, these classified docs, to me, on the outside looking in, it appears that maybe they think they don't have quite enough, or maybe because, you know, the judge that's on the one case, classified docs, is a Trump appointee, that they think, okay, well, these might not work. Oh, wait a minute. We've got this whole insurrection thing. That's our ticket.
Now, here's the problem with that. A precedent's already been set because they couldn't even get him. They impeached him, but they couldn't make it stick. So
right.
what Donald Trump said, the big thing was, I want you to go there and I want you to peacefully protest. Paraphrasing, that isn't exactly what he said in his exact words. He never told anybody to commit insurrection. Now, we also know, and this is coming out with Ray Epps as well, who they're going after. I guess the DOJ is going after Ray Epps, or the FBI is going after Ray Epps. Nothing's going to happen with that. That's going to disappear. They're going to go in. He's not going to do any jail time. They're trying to make this look good. Okay? And this is my opinion. What Jack Smith is trying to do, of course, he's with Biden's DOJ. He's doing this because he's told to do it. We're now learning right now that Joe Biden is so filthy. I wouldn't say dirty, filthy. This has gotten out there. They need to do some kind of distraction. This is all psyops to cover for what Joe Biden's doing. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I definitely think it's smoke and mirrors. And again, unless there's some hidden tape somewhere that they have or whatever, which I can't believe that here we are 3 years after the fact and this hasn't come out.
After the House did their investigation and their sham witch hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, unless there's some super top secret smoking gun, their case has got to be paper thin. And they're, like you said, it's a Hail Mary, and that they're hoping that it sticks, because then they got him. They can eliminate him from even running, or if this were to drag out, they can immediately remove him from office if he were to win. Other than that, until we see the actual indictment, and again, as a reminder, this is a pre-recorded show. Currently is Thursday evening, so by the time this comes to air, we might have the indictment out, because the statement says as of Sunday night, he had 4 days to report to the grand jury. So that's today, being Thursday. So this might all come to a head, and we might know what's in the indictment by the time you guys are listening to this on Saturday. So I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about it next week. But
everybody's got to remember something. Everything they've thrown at Donald Trump has just slid off the wall. Nothing is stuck.
Yeah.
So why would anybody, every time this happens, the liberals pound their fist. Well, now we got him. You don't have a damn thing. My point being with this is, if you look back to what happened for the 4 years of his administration, it was one thing to keep his attention on something. It would just keep him distracted, one thing after another. Now, I told this to somebody today at my day job. If they'd have known, and I've said this before, if they would have known that Trump had a ghost of a chance of winning in 2016, everything we saw from 2016 in 2020 would have taken place. We would have seen, in my opinion, a pandemic. In my opinion, they would have pulled this stuff in 2015 on him. They would have started these proceedings with him. They didn't do it until they knew that he may win, and they went into a panic mode.
Right.
So I don't think it matters at this point. You're talking about the federal government. If they really want to keep Donald Trump from holding office, they will keep him from holding office. This is an unprecedented time in our country right now. Everybody says we got to vote Trump in, and I agree with that. Trump, at this point, I don't care what he says. He's got to get back in there. I want him back in, but the unfortunate reality of this is if they really don't want him back in that bad, they're going to try all this stuff like you're seeing with Jack Smith. They're going to try this first. They're going to see if they can get it done this way. But I'm telling you right now, God is my witness. They will not let another conservative in. They will not let DeSantis in if it's gotten this bad. If we're really gotten to the point in this country that I think we've gotten to, you're going to see 4 more years of Joe Biden. And I'm going to tell you why everybody's standing up for Joe Biden. All these Democrats that you think would just be skating by him and dropping him in the crap, there's a reason they're standing by him, and there's a reason they're supporting him. Because the Biden family is part of the establishment. And maybe Joe Biden's going senile, but he has enough goods on everybody. These people are all corrupt. Everybody in the establishment's corrupt. They've all been bought off, so they all need to stick together. That's why you're seeing all these people standing by their man who happens to be Joe Biden.
There's more evidence that came out today in that FBI report than all of the Trump indictments and allegations combined.
Oh, absolutely. They have him dead to rights. And we're going to talk about that in the next segment. We're going to pull that up, and we're going to hash that over. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break here on the Aldonzo and D Show, and we will be right back.